All right, listeners, welcome back for another deep dive. And today, we are diving into the world of cryptocurrency,
Oh, yeah.
specifically Shiba Inu.
Always a fun one.
You guys have sent over a ton of really interesting information on SHIB, and
Yeah.
we've got kind of a mix of like market analysis
Right.
and what we call on-chain metrics,
Sure.
which is data taken directly from the blockchain.
Yep.
Kind of like a behind-the-scenes look
It is very much that.
at how people are using the currency.
Yes.
So it's kind of like our detective's toolkit for
Exactly.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is the data is giving us
Okay.
mixed signals here.
Oh, really?
So some indicators are saying SHIB is going to surge in price,
Okay, interesting.
and some are saying
Uh-oh.
that we should be expecting a downturn.
Wow. So a real crossroads.
Yeah.
We got some decisions to make.
Yeah, so we've got
Break it down.
a real head-scratcher here, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Shiba Inu, very interesting project. Love to watch it. Always. Lots of excitement around it. Big community.
Yeah.
So let's dive in.
So let's start with
Okay.
this potential rally.
Okay.
One analyst we found, Javon Marks,
Okay.
has even predicted that AG2 could reach $0.00081,
Okay.
which is a 180% increase.
That's just big jump.
That's pretty bold, even for
Bold.
crypto.
Yeah, that is bold. You're right.
So what's fueling
What's going on?
all this optimism?
Yeah, what's behind that number?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, a lot of the excitement, I think, centers around Shibarium,
Okay.
which is a layer 2 scaling solution for Shiba Inu.
Okay.
Now, that might sound technical,
Yeah.
but think of it this way.
Okay.
Shibarium is like adding express lanes to a highway.
Gotcha.
So it helps transactions happen
Makes sense.
faster and cheaper.
Okay.
And that has the potential to make Asia more appealing for
Yeah.
everyday use.
So if it's easier to use,
Yeah.
that would logically drive up
It should, in theory, right?
demand.
Yeah, exactly. If it's easier to use, more people will use it.
Right.
And the early signs for Shibarium are pretty impressive.
Okay.
It already boasts over 2 million wallet addresses,
Wow.
and we've seen about 600 million transactions processed.
Okay.
Now, to put that into perspective,
Okay.
a lot of other popular Layer 2 solutions took a lot longer
Real.
to hit those numbers.
Wow.
So this rapid growth suggests
Okay.
that Shibarium could be a game changer
Okay. So
for SV adoption.
interesting. But I'm still not
Yeah.
totally following, like, how does that growth actually translate into
Oh,
a price increase?
it's true.
I mean, those are just like,
Yeah, those are usage statistics.
Yeah.
Right. But it all comes down to
Okay.
supply and demand.
okay.
Increased usage on Shibarium often means more SHIB tokens are being locked up in
Yes.
various processes, effectively reducing the circulating supply.
Okay.
So if you reduce the supply and increase demand,
Gotcha.
price goes up.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, economics 101.
Makes sense.
There you go.
So Shibarium's doing its part.
It seems to be. Yeah.
But what about those red flags you mentioned?
Right, right. So that's just one side of the story.
Yeah.
We have to look at the other side as well.
Yeah. What are some of the data points that are making you
Yeah, what's making me nervous?
hesitate?
Right. Well, while Shibarium's performance is encouraging,
Right.
we also have to consider some less optimistic trends.
Okay.
For instance, SHIB's network growth has taken a dip recently,
Okay.
down by more 0.76% daily.
Okay.
Now, think of this metric like tracking the daily new users
Gotcha.
signing up for a popular social media platform.
Okay.
A decline could signal that interest
Okay. Less people joining.
is waning.
Less hype.
Less hype.
I see your point.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a couple other
Yeah, there's a couple other...
warning signs too.
Yeah, we've observed a decline in large transactions,
Yeah.
those exceeding $100,000. These typically indicate activity from significant investors,
Okay.
often referred to as whales.
Okay. The big fish.
Yeah, the big fish.
Okay.
And this slowdown might suggest that some of these big players
Okay.
are becoming less confident in SHIB's future prospects.
Interested. Okay. So less interest from the big players.
Potentially. Yeah,
Potentially fewer new users coming in.
right.
Anything else we should be
Well,
concerned about?
the in-the-money metric has also dipped.
Okay. Now, what is that?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
This metric tells us the percentage of SHIB holders who are currently making a profit
Okay.
on their investment.
Gotcha.
Imagine you bought a stock
Right.
and now it's trading at a higher price.
Right.
You're in the money.
I'm in the money.
You're making money
Okay.
when this metric falls.
Okay.
It could mean that investor sentiment is shifting
Gotcha.
and some are starting to worry.
Interesting. Okay. So it seems like we've got kind of a
Yeah.
tug of war happening here.
Yeah, it's a mixed bag for
Sure.
sure. Yeah. You got some good, some bad.
On the one hand, we've got Shibarium showing incredible potential.
Right, doing its thing.
But on the other hand,
Oh.
we've got these concerning trends with
Yeah.
network growth,
Right.
big investors,
Yep.
and overall holder profitability.
Right.
So how do we reconcile these
Yeah.
seemingly conflicting signals?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
I think it's crucial to remember that even with sophisticated metrics,
Right.
predicting the future of any cryptocurrency is incredibly challenging.
Yeah. It's just a crypto.
Crypto, yeah, it's the Wild West.
Yeah.
And while that 180% increase predicted by Javon Marks is exciting,
Right.
it relies heavily on SHIB maintaining its current momentum.
Okay.
And that's far from guaranteed.
So Shibarium's a big if.
It is a big if, you're right.
In this
Yeah.
whole equation,
Yeah.
what would you say is the most critical
Yeah.
thing for listeners to keep an eye on?
There's a key support level at 0.000291113
Okay.
that we need to watch. Okay.
Think of it as a safety net for the price.
Gotcha.
If EDG's price drops below this point,
Okay.
it might trigger a more significant sell-off,
Okay.
leading to a steeper decline.
So if it breaks through that support level.
Yeah, then we might be in trouble. Things
Okay.
might go south.
So Edges is at a crossroads.
It seems to be, yeah.
It has a lot of potential,
It does.
but there are some
Sure.
serious warning signs
Yeah.
too.
Mixed bag.
Yeah. What's the takeaway for our listener today?
I think the takeaway is, even with all the information
Right.
and expert analysis at our fingertips,
Right.
the world of cryptocurrency remains inherently unpredictable.
Unpredictable. Yeah.
So you got to be careful out there.
Absolutely. This deep dive wasn't about giving financial advice.
Of course not.
It was about giving you, the listener,
Right.
a deeper understanding of how to interpret on-chain metrics
Exactly.
and use them to form your own conclusions.
Yes.
So what do you think, listener? Is
Yeah.
Edge about to take off?
Or is it headed for a crash landing?
Rally or retreat?
Only time will tell.
That's right. Nobody knows.
But regardless of what happens, we hope this episode has equipped you with the knowledge to navigate this exciting and often turbulent world of cryptocurrency.
It's a wild ride,
It is a wild ride.
but it's a fun one.
Until next time, happy diving.
See you later.